What's good? This is Trey with Legit Game coming to you with this video on how to make women choose you over the competition. Alright, so basically I could make this very simple and give you some easy answer to this, which is just be in the top 10% of looks, money, and status, right? If you're very good looking, you're going to beat the competition when it comes to women. If you have very high status and it is publicly known, you're going to beat most of the competition when it comes to getting women. And if you are very wealthy, you're going to beat most of the competition when it comes to women. However, not everybody has that. Not everybody's good looking. Not everybody is high status. Not everybody's super wealthy. But if you look around, there are men who are being chosen by women, meaning they're beating out the competition. And they're getting women, they're getting attractive women, but they're not necessarily the most good-looking guy out of the options that woman has. It's not the highest status guy out of the options she has, and it's not the wealthiest guy out of the options that she has. So how is that guy or those guys beating the competition if they're clearly not winning in the main categories that people look at when it comes to attracting women, which is looks, money, and status? And the reason for that is because it's not just about looks, money, and status. It's about value exchange. Okay. So, and women value different things, and they value different things at different points in their life. So a woman can be very into good looking guys, maybe in her early years, right? Oh, he has to be good looking. Oh yeah, I want a fine guy, da. Then maybe another stage in her life, she's done with that. Now she's looking for a guy with status, right? A guy that's somebody. Maybe another stage in life, she's looking for a guy who has money, a guy who could take care of her. But those aren't the only values in this world. There are other things that women value. And I'm going to give you some of the things that I display, okay? Now, obviously, I do agree with the looks, money, and status thing, okay? I do think it's important to improve your looks as much as you can, improve your status as much as you can, and improve your wealth as much as you can. In addition to those things, there are other things right now that you can display that can get you women right now while you're building those other things. Okay. So some of the values that I communicate when I interact with women that allows me to beat the competition are confidence, dominance, and sensitivity. Okay, these are three traits I'm going to talk about in this video that if you can develop, you can beat out the competition, because most of the competition do not have these traits. There are a lot of men who are very good looking who don't have these traits. There are a lot of men who have high status who don't have these traits. There are a lot of men who are wealthy that don't have these traits. Okay. They may have one, or maybe they'll have one, but a whole bunch of other negative traits, right? So let me go into this. So confidence. When I say confidence, I don't mean confidence as in like a guy who's just always trying to be cool or always trying to act like he knows everything. I'm talking about confidence because you have experience and you have understanding of women. So I'm talking about confidence in the context of interacting with women. Because when you're interacting with women, you can be confident around men and all this other stuff. But what's important is, how do you act when you're around women? And is it real or genuine, or is it fake? Because they can see through the fake shit. Okay. So you want it to be real. Now, confidence. I wasn't always confident with women. Okay. But I had to develop it. How did I develop it? By interacting with women consistently, and lots of women. Okay. So if you're not interacting with women, if you're not talking to women, if you're not around women, you're not going to have confidence around them. That just doesn't even make sense. If you want confidence in something, you have to be experienced with it. You have to be around it. You have to be involved in it, immersed in it. Okay. Confidence. And then, within confidence, you could say comfort. So you have to be comfortable. Okay, you can't be confident if you're not comfortable. So in order to be comfortable with something, you have to be around it. You have to understand it. Understanding women. Really try to understand them. You know, put yourself in their shoes, see things from their perspective. Read the type of books women, it just depends how far you want to go with it, but read the type of books women read. Read the magazines they read, check out the blogs they understand women. Because if you understand women, you don't have to complain about them. There's a reason why men complain about women and say they don't make sense and all this stuff is because they don't understand them and they don't take the time out to understand them. So when you're interacting with women, really listen to them, really look at their body language, really look at what turns them off and what turns them on, and really get an understanding. So you're not just going off for luck and hope and all this other stuff. Okay. Dominance basically, you know, when you're interacting with a woman, is basically you taking control of the interaction and leading and expressing yourself freely. And, you know, when she tests you or challenges you, you know, being able to hold your own, you know, when she does that, because that's what they do. They test men. They test men to see if they are of value, if they are worth their time, if they are someone who they should pay attention to as a potential romantic interest. They test you. Okay. They test the typical things they do test. They look, okay, well, how does he look? Okay. What is his status? Okay. How much money does he make? Okay. What about the other qualities? The 3 that I mentioned. Is he confident around me? How does he act around me? Is he experienced with women? Can I rely on him to hold his own while we're in other social environments? Can I rely on him to tell me the truth? Can I rely on him to push me and make me a better person? Can I rely on him to keep me safe? If you have no confidence, you can't do these things. You're not comfortable around a woman and you're going to make mistakes. You're going to drop the ball. And so you have to develop that confidence. Dominance is having the confidence and then displaying it and taking full control, full responsibility of the attraction between you and a woman and the way the relationship goes. You're not just sitting back and acting like you're just here just to sit around and just hope things work out. No, you actually are proactive in the relationship, in your interactions, taking control, taking the lead, handling shit, making sure shit goes well and making her happy, making her feel the emotions that she's looking for. So that's dominance. Sensitivity is basically you knowing how to calibrate, you understanding that a woman isn't always going to be happy. Okay. So when she's not happy, how do you handle her? How do you handle her when she starts, you know, testing you and challenging you and saying shit that she normally doesn't say? How are you going to handle that? How are you going to handle when something happens in her life that is a big deal? You know, she loses a loved one, or she has a very big exam and she fails the exam. Are you going to support her? How about, you know, when she's having a bad day? You know, are you going to blame it on her and say, oh, you're always like this and da-da-da? Or are you going to try to listen to her and see, you know, what's going on and try to help her out? Maybe she has some insecurities. Maybe she has some things she's doing to herself that's damaging her life. And she may not come out and say, oh, you know, I need help with this thing. But if you can clearly see that she's doing something that's damaging her life, what are you going to do about it? Are you just going to sit back and just let it damage her life? Are you going to help her? Are you going to, you know, calibrate, you know, because there's different ways to go about something. You can't do the way how you handle one woman is not going to be the same way you handle another woman. That's why you have to be sensitive. Sensitive, not soft. I don't mean like sensitive as in you taking shit personally. I'm talking about sensitive as you really understanding what she means when she says something to you. Listen to how she says it. Listen to her body language. Listen to how she looks at you when she says it. Okay. Notice when she's being quiet. Maybe she's normally talkative in a certain situation. Now she's quiet. You know, noticing those little things. Those are confidence, dominance, and sensitivity. Those are characteristics that most men, if they do have it, it happened naturally. But these are things that you can develop by putting yourself out there, by taking action. Okay, you can develop sensitivity. All these things really come from practice. Where do you get practice? By interacting with women. You know, interacting with women in the nighttime, you know, in the clubs and the bars, interacting with women in the daytime, you know, when you're out and about, interacting with women online, if you like, you know, the online thing, online dating, social media, that type of thing. Get practice like interacting with women. So when you get challenged, when you get tested, you know what to do because you've seen the pattern. You've seen this same thing, a woman behaving this behavior more than once. So what are you going to do this time? You're going to make the same mistake and ignore it, or try to fight through it or argue with her? Or are you going to be more understanding? Okay. So those are some characteristics you can display to beat the competition. Okay. Besides the obvious looks, money, and status, there are other attributes. I just gave you 3: confidence, dominance, and sensitivity. Do you have those attributes? Yes or no? And do you display them around women? If not, go and develop those attributes. There are others, but I just wanted to give you 3 that I use that work for me and work for other men. Okay. All right. So that's the advice. Hope it was helpful. For more tips and advice on how to pick up and attract women, go to legitgame.com. Thanks for watching. Peace.